press the record button. All right, if you guys will all accept that. So let me just tell you a little bit about Mailbox Power. So as you guys know, we talk a lot of times about being cost conscious in real estate because you can go down a rabbit hole and really have trouble buying this thing and this greatest thing, and there's always the next thing. So for the last 5.5 years I've been doing this, I've always made sure that my budget is cost conscious. But of course, especially when the market downturns, it's very important not to slack on those areas, but to increase your efforts, because this is the time to really get out there and make yourself known in your community. So besides just your normal CRM, emails, phone calls, and connecting with people that way and through networking events, I think another really important thing that's often forgotten about is the power of using mailers. But a lot of times the problem I had was the mailers just seemed so expensive and unaffordable that it just didn't seem like something I can do on a consistent basis. I was told about Mailbox Power several months ago, and I joined right away because number one for me is they are so cost conscious without compromising the product. But more importantly, there's so many capabilities. I'm able to use it more than just for my mailers and my gifts and connecting with past clients and new clients. But you can create all kinds of custom lists. And I mean custom. You can really narrow down on who your lead target should be. So I thought, since I'm still a newer user and I'm having so much fun, I just sent out holiday cards to all of my past clients, which, by the way, I got for free, because when you sign up for Mailbox Power, every single month you get this little bonus freebie where you just have to pay postage. So I was able to send my first 100 past clients, and I was able to send it really just for the cost of postage. I think I spent $35. And I'm going to let Bobby and Brian, I'm going to welcome them. They're co-hosts now, and they're going to kind of take over and give us the grand tour. Because honestly, for real estate agents, if you're not using this tool to me really makes my service more complete, because I can reach my entire database and create new lists. So Bobby, Brian, if you guys want to take over, I would love to just introduce you to the Work It Wednesday crew, and let's hear from you.
Absolutely. So I'm Brian Clark. I'm the VP of Sales here at Mailbox Power, and Wendy as the VP of Customer Service. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Wendy, feel free to unmute. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off for you guys. I've been in real estate for over a decade, and I've helped thousands of agents grow their business through digital and direct mail so that they can win more listings and ultimately earn more commission checks. So I'm going to dive right into the training that I produce for you guys so that we can get this rocking and rolling. Now, I like to always start anytime we do a marketing campaign from a data-driven approach. And so one of the things that I put a focus on is gathering resources from different places so that we know the ideal audience that we want to put our direct mailers or our digital marketing directly in front of. And so the first thing that I'm going to dive into here is going to be chapter 6, and it is the home sellers and their selling experience. And this is from the National Association of Realtors 2023 Home Buyer and Sellers Generational Trends Report. Now, there's some amazing data that we're going to find on the very first page of this chapter as we're diving in. The first thing that you can see is that younger boomers make up the largest share of home sellers at 30%. The next thing that you guys are going to see on this list is that older baby boomers made up the second largest share at 22%. So that means 52% of all sellers right now in today's marketplace are baby boomers in that particular generation. So this is an important statistic for us to keep in front of. That means from age group 58 to 76, these are the individuals that are actively selling their homes right now. Now, there's a couple of additional pieces of info just on this page that we can go ahead and gather. Now, we can see that the average time in home for an older baby boomer is going to be 16 years or longer. And then later in this report, you'll find that the younger baby boomers are on average 11 years in home. So that's really important, you guys. These folks are staying at home a lot longer than your millennials, than your Gen Xers. And so we can definitely see that there's a couple of things that we can actually find in this report that make a lot of sense. So younger and older baby boomers are also going to tend to give more concessions to buyers when they're selling their home. They're willing to keep the house on market a little bit longer so that they can wait for that right deal that comes through. And this is going to actually help you guys formulate and craft your pitch when you go in to do a listing presentation with those individuals. If they have an outdated kitchen or an outdated bathroom, this gives you ammunition to talk to that generation about having some kind of a buyer concession in a marketplace where listings are continuously being added. Time on market is increasing, and this gives you the opportunity to work with somebody that's going to wait with you for the sale of their home and not get as frustrated as early on. So this is an amazing generation to go ahead and target right out of the gate. Now, if I scroll down, you can see there's this massive table of contents for this. And our team has gone through and pulled all of the main data points so that you actually will have an SOP once you sign up. You can walk you through targeting this specific demographic. What we're going to focus on is page 109. And this is going to be the reasons for selling their previous home. Now, we can see if we're looking at the age ranges of 58 to 76, the number one reason is to move closer to friends and family. 26%, 27% is the reason for those moves. Now, as we go down this list, we can also see moving due to retirement is high. We can see that the neighborhood has become less desirable. We can see home being too small. But even more important than that, change in family situations, marriage, birth of a child, divorce, etc. This particular generation wants to get closer to their family. Cut and dry. It's as simple as it is. So now that we've kind of gone ahead and dove through this this list, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how you can leverage the qualified lead list builder inside of Mailbox Power to go ahead and target this ideal audience so that you are putting yourself in the best opportunity to win the largest demographic of individuals who are listing a home right now in today's market nationwide. So in Mailbox Power, what we're going to do is we're going to go into mailing lists on the left side of the screen. From our mailing lists in the top right corner, we're then going to see order a custom mailing list. Once I click on that, you're going to see that you have an option for individuals or businesses. Being that we're in real estate, we're going to focus specifically on the individuals. Next thing that we're going to do is go in and pick a geographical location. Now you can do this by a zip, by city, by the county, the state, or even doing a radius around an address. So you really have the option of targeting exactly where you want to so that you can get in front of your ideal audience. What I'm going to do is go ahead and plug in my parents' zip code in Washington. They live in a marketplace that has a ton of retirees from the old Hanford plant that is still being cleaned up, but it's an old nuclear power plant there. So I know the demographics in this market are key for this presentation. And so I'm going to just go ahead and pick that particular zip code. And then we're going to move into demography. So the demographics we're going to choose first and foremost, I only want to target homeowners for this because I want to make sure that we're going to win a listing. It doesn't make sense if I'm focusing on data-driven precision targeting to send a direct mail out to a renter when I'm looking to win more listings. So I'm going to select homeowner. And based off of the average length in residences that we learned in that National Association of Realtors report, we found that the younger baby boomers were in home for around 11 years. The older were 16. So I'm going to actually take a couple years back off of that, and we're going to go 8 years and on, so that way we're focused on getting the individuals that are close enough to make that move. Now, if you'd like, you can also select single family dwelling unit over multifamily here. So that way you're pinpointing just single family homes, but it depends on what your marketplace holds. You may also want to put a focus on the multifamily dwelling units as well. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're simply going to move into the personal details. One of the things that you're going to see here is going to be age in this qualified lead list builder. As we go down the list, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to select from 58 all the way to 76. That way we're encompassing the younger generation and the older generation of baby boomers that are making up that largest share of listings that are hitting the market today. So as I go down this list, you can see we're almost there. 76, there we go. So now I've covered all of the age ranges and demographics, or the age ranges for this particular demographic. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the other section. Now, for this other section, what I'm going to focus on here is actually going to be credit score rating down here at the very bottom. And so I want to focus on anyone that has a 650 or higher credit score. So that way I know this is somebody that can easily be mortgageable, because the average baby boomer is the younger generation's moving 60 miles on average. The older generation is moving 90 miles on average from their home. And if you're not in a major metropolitan area that has a ton of traffic, that means you have an opportunity to not only represent this client on the sell side when you win their listing in the first place, but that means you can also travel with them to show them properties an hour away and sell them on the buyer side as well. Or if you choose to do so, pass that off to another agent for a nice referral check that can come your way. Now, once we've gone ahead and we've selected all of the particular criteria that we want to leverage with this, and another thing that I would also do would actually be income. And I would select this from 75,000 and up. So I forgot that in the beginning. I apologize, you guys. But if you wanted to select the income 75,000 and up, that's going to give you the best opportunity to get someone mortgageable. Now, all we have to do is go in and select the number of individuals that we're looking to purchase with this list. And as you can see, per 100, that price is actually $9.95. So you'll get names and addresses for $9.95 for 100 people. You can make this list as large as you want and download the entire list, or you can break this up into segments if you choose. But if you're looking at all 1,587 of these precision targeted individuals that we want to put our marketing in front of, it's only going to cost us $135.37 to get this going. All you have to do is click buy list here. You're going to have some legal jargon that you can read through. Go ahead and hit agree. And then this list is going to be purchased and it will be saved in your contact section. Now, we know how to precision target those individuals. What kind of messaging do we actually put in front of them? So the next thing that we're going to dive into is going to be the 12-month postcard that we have pre-generated for you. Everybody, this is ready to rock and roll for your use right out of the gate. And this is going to be 12 months worth of postcards. You can see we have 12 shipments, and this is going to call out the specific reasons that this demographic stated in their surveying as to why they made the move in the first place. So you can see this very first card, thinking of being closer to family. We can help you find the perfect nest within arm's reach of your nearest and dearest. We've sold homes even in this market. Now it's going to have their first name in the top left corner, big and bold right there, so it catches their attention. And then we're also going to have an image auto merge of the Google Street View of their home. So this is going to place, for every individual you send this card out to, a photo of their home will be listed on this postcard, giving them that second, oh, wait, that's my house, when they pull this out of their mailbox and take a peek at it. So not only are we calling them out by name, but we're also placing a photo of their home directly on the card so that we can give ourselves the best opportunity to provoke a response due to the mass amounts of personalization on this card. Now, as you can see, as we move down the list, this one is a little bit more personalized. It's saying, hey, take a look at this photo of the kids playing in the living room. And then it starts out with their first name. It's your name as the realtor, your friendly neighborhood realtor again, ready to turn the page to your next adventure. Your golden years deserve a golden home near your family. You can see that we also have an auto merge for your profile logo. Once you set up your profile, all of these items are automatically going to populate on your cards so that you don't even have to worry about it. This is legitimately a set it and forget it platform. So you can build out your postcard campaigns one time and then leverage them in perpetuity for as long as you want to market these out to your potential clients. As we go down the list, you can see that we also have additional greeting cards that can be sent out with this. I have buyers looking for homes in your neighborhood. We're changing up the call to action so that it's not the same message that's being delivered every time. Now we're discussing the possibilities of downsizing and thinking about downsizing for this generation, because we saw that was another major reason that they were making the move. And as we go down this list, you're going to see that there are several different postcards in this series, 12 to be exact, that are going to go out in sequence 1 month at a time so that you can stay in front of this key demographic, giving yourself the best opportunity to convert them into sellers. Now, the backside of each one of these cards is going to have an individualized QR code. So what that means is right here in your automation. You go ahead and you just plug in a URL. I'm just going to say Mailbox Power for this training. You'll go ahead and plug in a URL directly into the QR code section. And then what that's going to do is it's going to make it so that each one of the cards that's in this automation, when they scan that QR code, they go to the specific landing page that you choose. But not only do they go to that landing page, you also receive a notification stating that John Smith at 123 Main Street scanned card number 3 in your Baby Boomer National Association of Realtors drip campaign within Mailbox Power. So that is extremely powerful depending on which CRM you are using, as long as it accepts Zapier, like the major ones do, KV Core, Lofty, which used to be Chime, Sync, Realty Geeks, Boomtown, the list goes on and on. We can actually send data over when that scan happens through Zapier so that you can build a hot list of clients that are in the market and interested in making that move because they've taken action from one of your cards. It's extremely powerful. Now, I always like to show how to acquire clients, but what do we do once we actually close that business down? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dive into our automation templates, and we're going to focus on the impress and retain section here. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in closing. So you can see we have an ultimate closing gift that's pre-built in Mailbox Power, ready for you to use. Now, most agents, when you think of a closing gift, it's run to the store really quick, get a bottle of wine, maybe get a personalized card or a card that you can write something in on your way to the closing so that you're delivering something that's nice and it seems luxurious to your client. Some agents will go out of their way and buy a TV or do something a little bit lavish, but I think the average agent is out there going and buying a bottle of wine and maybe a gift card for dinner and a simple greeting card that they can handwrite in and take to that closing with them. What this campaign actually does is it allows you as the agent to stay top of mind for 2.5 years with a past closing that you've worked with. So every 90 days, your client is going to receive an awesome little treat from you. So you can see the very first thing that gets sent out in this automation is going to be a home sweet home card and a 4-pack of brownies that has the same messaging that's on there. After 90 days, a Home Depot gift card and a home improvement greeting card is going to be sent out to those individuals. So that way you can just give them a nice little bonus so that they can go to the local Home Depot, get $25 off of whatever they need to improve their home and really make it their own. And by this time, 90 days in, most people would probably be unpacked, right? But I know for myself, I'm actually still unpacking, and I've been here in the Salt Lake area for about 6 months. It's kind of hard when you have a toddler running around, and I really appreciate my wife for taking care of that. But next thing that gets sent out is going to be a tape measure and a card about going to great lengths. And of course, all of these items are going to be customizable and personalized to you, your brand, or the client, however you want to deliver that item. Hydration bottle, another pack of brownies that goes out, a Best Buy gift card. We move into a mug, then some candies and some treats. And so over the course of this 2.5-year period, while you're continuously dripping all of these items out to your past clients that you've worked with, that's going to mean that as they're having conversations with their friends and family members, if anyone talks about real estate, they're going to bring you up because you have constantly stayed in front of them and you have been providing them all of these little treats and gifts along the way. So now we know how to go ahead and pinpoint and target our ideal audience inside of Mailbox Power, leveraging the Qualified Lead List Builder. We know how to leverage the National Association of Realtors cards for baby boomers. And we also know how to leverage the ultimate closing gift so that you can constantly stay in touch with your past clients and get things rocking and rolling. Now, Jennifer, I want to go ahead and stop my screen share for just a moment. What I'm going to do is actually pull up your link for Mailbox Power so that I can go ahead and post that into the chat, and then we'll also post this on my Google Chrome so that everyone can see this here in just a moment. Now we have a couple of really amazing offers that you can take advantage of today, and I'm going to go ahead and get those live so I can show those to you now.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And also, I was thinking when you were talking, we were talking about being able to get those lists. It's really interesting because for someone like myself that does Facebook advertising, it's great and there's a place for that. But you're oftentimes restricted by that special ad category where you really can't narrow in who's seeing your ads. And so what's really nice about these very custom lists, I mean, the lists, you guys can go into hyper detail. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have what sport they like to play the most or what their favorite color is, but those hyper local lists is something that you really can't get when you're advertising on social media in general. So this really allows you to hyper focus on whatever your niche is. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, and you make a really great point about that. I mean, I was in the digital marketing space back in 2018, helping agents grow their business. I remember when we used to be able to target based off of home ownership. With Facebook, we used to be able to target based off of income. There were all these amazing things that we could do. And then Congress said, hey, you can't do that anymore. And so we started looking at Fair and Equal Housing Act and said, hey, how does this apply to advertising and marketing online? And then all of the boxes started getting restricted with both Google, with Facebook, with Bing. Any advertiser that you're looking at online is falling within this box that they have, very limited opportunity of what you can actually target unless you're uploading your own customer list. So this definitely gives you a leg up because it allows you to target that ideal audience right out of the gate without having to consistently run videos and build up your audiences. So I've gone ahead and I've added those two links directly into the chat. Let's go ahead and just showcase what this looks like when you click on the link. So you're going to see that this is an executive special for our business account with Mailbox Power, and this is going to be a 90-day offer. Now, with this, you have the ability to leverage our platform to go ahead and get those leads, 10 cents per lead, as we already showed the cost on that, $9.95 per 100. This is also going to set you up with unlimited free small and medium postcards. You just have to pay the postage on those. Now, the small postcards, 4x6s, they run 51 cents. The large postcards, 5.5 by 8.5, those are going to run 66 cents. You're also going to get 200 prepaid greeting cards. These are the 5x7 greeting cards that you're going to go and find at your local grocery store that are going to run between $3 and $5 a piece. You're going to get 200 of those every single month that are prepaid, ready to rock for you. And all you have to do is design the cards. Or if you want to send a birthday or any particular occasion, we have designs that are ready for you to leverage inside of our design studio. So you can just go and download those and add them to a campaign automatically, saving yourself all the time, effort, energy, and hard work. You're also going to get 30% off on all specialized gifts that are inside of Mailbox Power's gift library. Now, we have all sorts of textile items in there, all sorts of household goods, and there's a lot of candy and treats. So please take your time to go through that gift catalog and find all of the awesome items that you want to personalize and send out to your clients. You're also going to be able to automate a ton, or just about everything that you can do with our system can be automated. You're going to get an unlimited number of automations, which is where you're building out those postcard series. That also includes not only the postcard series, but it will also include any of the strategic gifting campaigns that you are creating. It's one of those things that you set up one time and you're going to be able to stay top of mind going forward with a personalized message to each individual. With this plan, you're also going to receive the QR codes and you're going to receive the premium support. So it's going to give you the opportunity to be able to jump on a Zoom call with our team. If you ever need a little bit of guidance or you get stuck with the platform, we are here to help. Simply schedule a one-on-one call inside of your dashboard and you'll get up and running and live. Now, this plan is normally $199 per month. For the first 90 days, we're offering this through Jennifer at $449. So that means that you're getting $150 off of your first 3 months of using Mailbox Power with the executive plan. And after that 90 days, it's then just going to shift to the $199 per month. Now, let's take a peek at the Pro plan. The Pro plan is more for friends and family, but it's a great way to get started. The Pro plan is a 90-day special as well. And this is going to set you up with the unlimited small postcards. Just pay the postage. Again, that's 51 cents. You're going to have access to all the premium cards and automation templates designed to grab attention. Instead of the 200, you're looking at 50 prepaid greeting cards per month. And again, those run $2 to $3 at your local grocery store if you were to go pick one up yourself. 20% off specialized gifts in the system. And then you're also going to be able to see that all of the automation for your marketing is all tied into this as well. And you're also going to be able to use Google Street View images on this particular campaign. The only couple of things that you're missing, no 5.5 by 8.5 postcards for free. Those cost an additional 24 cents on this plan. You are also looking at being able to leverage the Google Street View images with this plan so that you can go ahead and place a photo of their home right there. And this will give you chat support so that you can actually chat with our team if you have any issues. And then this is going to be $149 for the first 90 days, and it will move to $79 per month thereafter. So this is about $90 off of your first 3 months of signing up with us, all because Jen invited us to the channel. This is all her offering. So I'd like to open the floor. If you guys have any questions on anything, we can definitely answer them.
And I did just want to say one more thing. You guys heard the special gifts that you get every month? Let me just tell you, that really comes in handy. But to not have to think about it, and with both plans, you get a certain number of free greeting cards or whatever that you can be sending out to those prospects, your past leads. To me, this is like a game changer. But seriously, if you guys have any questions, I would definitely ask while Bobby and Brian are on, because I've had a ton of questions and I have bothered them by chat for the last 3 months, I think. So go ahead, and anyone who has a thought or a question would be great. Now's your time.
I'm seeing some questions in the chat. So I see one here from Doug. If we have a list from another geo lead source, can we upload it? Absolutely. You're allowed to import your leads directly into Mailbox Power. We've got a ton of clients that use, say, PropStream, Property Radar, Remine. The list for qualified lead list builders that are out there goes on and on, especially in the real estate niche. So you can absolutely upload your own list. There's no cost to do so. I'm also seeing that there was a question around where to get the home photo. So this is something that we automatically do in Mailbox Power. So if I were to dive into one of our automations, let me actually find the National Association of Realtor ones. I can show you what this looks like. So if I just scroll down to one of these projects that has that image auto merge on it, I'm just going to click edit project. This will take a moment because I'm on Zoom, but this page will load up. So one of the things you can see here is auto merge Street View photo. So this is actually taking the Google Street View and it's automatically plugging it onto the card based on the address. You'll be able to find that under photos and then dynamic images. Once you click on dynamic images, you'll see image auto merge. And you can see that we can leverage, if you upload a contact photo with the contact, you can use that. But down here at the bottom, image auto merge by Street View photo. So this is going to just go into Google. It will pull the Street View image of their home. It's going to place it directly on the card. As you can see, we've got profile logos, profile photos, and also dynamic QR codes that are in this same category for the auto merge function. That way, each item can be sent out. Once your profile is set up, your logo can go there, your headshot, your photo can go onto the card wherever you choose. And then, of course, your dynamic QR codes as well. So that way you're delivering a specific message to that individual, and you get a notification as soon as they scan that card. So another question I see, that do the custom lists in Mailbox Power have email addresses? No, they do not. We like to make sure that we can provide accurate data to all of our clients. And what we found is that when we're going through and leveraging email lists, it didn't meet the threshold that we wanted for accuracy. So you're going to receive names and addresses when you download that list, and it's going to be specific for direct mail, so that, of course, you can leverage our program. Any other questions today? Oh, Doug, yes, there are expired and FSBO drips pre-made in the system. That is going to be under the design studio, and you can go in there and actually browse through all of those different card designs that you can use.
Yeah, Brian, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely, Gary.
Yeah, I had raised the question about where your photos come from, and I understand the street view, but I think you said the first card has an actual photo of their home. Does that also come from Google?
Yeah, so that's the Google Street View.
Oh, it is the same thing. Okay,
That's correct.
thank you.
Thanks.
Brian, that campaign that you showed us that was based off of NAR, that's in the executive account only, right?
So that is going to be available in under automation templates and Mailbox Power. And so that'll be available on both plans.
Okay, that's awesome.
But
Yeah,
the
we can
dynamic
set that
QR
sort.
code is just through the executive.
Yeah,
That's correct.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
And I'm sorry, did I miss how we access the specials that you just showed us?
Yeah, I will go ahead and I'm gonna paste these in one more time into the chat. I know things kind of get things kind of get lost in there sometimes with so many questions.
And I was late.
That in. Oh, that's totally fine. There we go. So both of those links, one is going to take you to the pro plan. The other is going to take you to the executive plan. If you want the QR codes, the larger postcards, I recommend the executive plan. I'm a huge fan of tracking and measuring the results of marketing campaigns. And so being able to have that QR code definitely gives you the ability to do so.
And Doug, just so you know, this is also recorded, so that way we can go back and take a view. So I'll make sure to post the recording as well, as us just being live. But yeah. And so you said the NAR campaign, because that's the one I want to look at next. I just sent out, I started a few months back just because the market shifted, looking at that entry level luxury market. So I was able to actually, I looked for renters, right? I looked for renters, but I looked for renters that had an income of 250,000 or more in my county, which was great because it gave me 132 people, and I was able to start an automation out, just a drip. But I really like the NAR prospect one. So basically in Mailbox Power, you click on automations and you just type in NAR and it should pop up. It'll populate.
There's going to be several that populate under NAR
Okay.
when you look this up. Let me actually gather the name of this particular automation so that I can provide that to you.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be
Just
good.
a moment.
Is anyone in this Zoom right now? I know we have a few watching live as well. Does anyone do mailers on a consistent basis?
I did in the past, and I actually used Mailbox Power, but I slacked off, so I'm
Okay.
rejoining.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we do some letters that we generate for FSBOs and expireds on a pretty regular basis, and we've used something similar to Mailbox Power that we are currently using, but they don't have nearly the breadth of product that you guys have. It's typically just greeting cards.
Yeah, and you know what? That's exactly why I decided to take the leap, because I wasn't a mailer, because I really thought it was very expensive. So the freebies every month gets me so excited. I can't even tell you. I get excited over little things, but the quality is very good, and I love that there's plenty of automations already made, so you don't have to spend a lot of time. But even the customizing is very, very simple, but they have a ton of products. And yeah, I don't think another company that I have seen can beat what I've seen with Mailbox Power in the last few months, honestly.
Is there a way, can we have either postcards or greeting card samples sent to us, like a couple of each, just to see the quality before we use them?
Yes, that is something we definitely can do. Bobby, would you be open to sending a couple postcards out to the group?
Yeah, I would obviously need to get addresses and who I'm sending things to. So.
Yeah. Doug, if you'd like, go ahead and just plug your address in to the system with your name, and we can get something sent out to you so you can see it. Everything that we send out is quality. It's printed all here, and we have over a $20 million facility full of printers here in Bluffdale, Utah. And so we print on, was it 100-pound C1? What is like 100-pound cover stock C1S. So it's very quality postcards. They're thick, they're high gloss on one side, it's full color. So I know you're going to be happy with the card once you receive it. And it's definitely something you're going to want to send out to your clients.
Cool.
We don't want to skimp on we definitely don't want to skimp on the quality of what we're sending.
Right. I just sent my name and address to Bobby in the chat.
I got it.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another thing that wasn't mentioned, just in case you guys were wondering, everything is white label. So when you do send everything, there's nothing that says it's coming from Mailbox Power. It looks like you literally just put it in the mail, whether it's a gift or not. So when you send out a gift items, it looks like you sent it personally, you packaged it. There's no labels on it.
So that means it's our return addresses on everything that goes.
Absolutely. That way, if you receive a return postcard or gift, you can turn that automation off for that particular customer, and you're not wasting marketing dollars going forward.
The only exception to that is if you upgrade your shipping. If you go UPS or FedEx or something like that, it does have to have our warehouse return address on it. But anything USPS will have your default return address in there, or what you change it to. In an executive account, you can actually add multiple return addresses. So if you have a personal guest list or group list that you want to send things to friends and family versus business, and you have different return addresses for those, then you can sort it that way.
That's very cool. Does anybody else have any questions? Well, Brian and Bobby, I want to thank you guys so much. This was kind of last minute that I was able to coordinate with you guys, but I have been very happy with Mailbox Power. So I'll make sure to bring that recording out so that other folks can join if they'd like. But even if you just try the 90 days with, the discount that is being offered today, I mean, you're going to fall in love with it. There's no doubt, but I think it's definitely worth your attention, because especially in this market, we have to be omnipresent. We have to be on social media. We have to be in their mail. We have to be in all places. And that way they really know that you're not one to be missed, amongst the sea of realtors. So anyway, but okay, well, thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Brian, again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes. And for everyone else, we will resume our Work It Wednesdays next week. Who here today wants to try it, at least just to see what it's all about? Is anyone? All right. Everyone else should think about it. Gary, I see you scratching your head. I think you should try it out. It's worth it. But okay, well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Thanks.